military forest. I see hanging out on the left in the water. There's that large black and white bird. That's a saddle-billed stork there. These big birds usually stand around 5 feet tall. Stands can be up to 9 feet wide. They are usually found in pairs though, so we might see another one up ahead. Coming up on the right next to us, we're going to see the greater KUDU. The greater KUDU are some of the largest antelope in Africa. They usually stand about 6 feet tall. We can tell these ones walking around here are female KUDU. We can tell because they don't have any horns on their heads. Oh, and then look to your left, further up ahead there. Also way back here. So you can see one in the back here, but let's move closer to this one to get a better view. This is going to be one of our black rhinoceros. These rhinos here usually weigh about 3,000 pounds. At full speed they can charge up to about 35 miles per hour. They're amazing animals. Their skin's over an inch thick, so nothing out in the wild can really hurt them. Unfortunately, their main threat comes from humans. Due to poaching, there's only around 5,000 of those rhinos left in the world. So it's really important that we do our best to help protect them on wildlife reserves like this one all around the world. We want to make sure that those animals are around for generations to come. And looks like there's our other saddle-billed stork there. Usually find them together. They do mate for life as well. Pretty interesting though, they can't actually vocalize at all. So instead they communicate just by rattling their beaks at one another. And we're going to drive by the Safi River up ahead here. We look to the right here. A little bit of a peek at a couple of hippos there.
Oh yeah, didn't see it.
See him poking out of the water just a little bit. I'll try to find some more hippos up ahead. They can be pretty hard to spot during the morning. They spend most of their days underwater because it's too hot for them outside. They usually only come out on the land at nighttime when it's a bit cooler. Oh yeah, look to the left here.
Look like rocks.
I see. Quite a few more hippos on that side. Looks like 4 or 5. Yeah, as I said, they only come out at night, so as a result, they do spend a good chunk of the day sleeping. Looks like these are all still resting right now. And they do sleep underwater like that. It's really cool. Their bodies naturally rise up for oxygen whenever they need it. Hippos don't even have to wake up to do it. See who else we can find around the bend here. Oh yeah, look to your left here. You're gonna see several Nile crocodiles there. These here are the largest crocs in Africa. They can be up to about 20 feet long. Normally they weigh about 500 to 700 pounds on average. Look at a bunch of crocs out there. Let's keep on moving forward. We made it out of the river. We're going to see who we can find up ahead as we make our way into the savannah. Now, the savannah is going to be home to some of Africa's most well-known animals. So we should see some familiar faces coming up ahead here. Down into the savannah. Not seeing anyone directly around us just yet, but you can Definitely see a few animals up ahead. Down on the right, you can already see one of our Maasai giraffe up there. We'll get a little closer to them in a bit, but of course they're already pretty easy to spot. They are the tallest land animals in the world. Adults usually stand around 16 to 18 feet tall. We'll get a little closer to that one in just a bit, talk about them more in a second. Also see a few zebras back there, and we'll talk about them once we get closer. See if we can find anyone on the left-hand side here. Oh, look over there. We're gonna see the African wild dogs over there. We actually have a few up and moving around. These are also called painted dogs because of those brilliant colors on their coat patterns. They're usually found in packs of about 5 to 15 dogs. Oh. A giraffe walking out right in front of us. Oh, a beautiful look at those dogs. You usually don't see them up and moving around at this time. It looks like the giraffe made it out of the road, but look to the right. It's making some right here. Beautiful look. Oh, that's a gorgeous view of that giraffe this early in the morning. Oh, it's got several more over on the left. Beautiful look at these Maasai giraffe here. Also on the left, you'll see these Ankoli cattle here with those massive horns. They're also called the Watusi, and those horns can be up to 6 feet long from end to end. Now also see these zebras here on the left. These are Hartman's Mountain zebras. Look at those stripes there. Every zebra has a unique set of stripes, so I like to think about them almost like a fingerprint. It looks like most of the other giraffes are hanging out in the back corner, but we'll get another good look at one more hanging out over here. The giraffes do spend most of their days eating, so usually we find them hanging out by the trees, just trying to pick off whatever leaves they can find. Beautiful look at this one. On average, they'll spend about 16 to 20 hours a day just eating food. So it makes up the majority of what they do. They can eat that much because they don't really need much sleep at all. They usually only sleep about 20 to 30 minutes a day. Let's see who else we can find on the other side of the savannah. That side, back in the corner there, is really busy. A lot of animals hanging out back there together. If you look carefully on the left, up on that hill in the bushes, you might see the sable antelope. Look out for those big curved horns. Kind of face backwards. I see his head poking out just a little bit. Hard to get a great view of this, so let's see if we can find more sables up ahead. Here on the right, you'll see a couple of those little brown antelope. They kind of look like little toasted s'mores. Those are called the springbuck. Springbuck get their name because of their ability to jump. They can spring up into the air about 6 feet high. One of those little guys can actually jump straight onto this truck if they really wanted to. Definitely looks a little bit quieter in this area, so we're going to go ahead and cut through the savannah. See what we can find over towards the eastern savannah. I did see one more animal here on the right. This is one of our elands there. Elands are some of the largest antelope in the world. They can stand up to about 7 feet tall. The adult males can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. Now we're heading up the hill, starting to make our way towards the eastern savannah. Oh, and I think I do see some elephants coming up on the left-hand side. Looks like we got a couple hanging out over here. Good look at a couple of our African elephants there. The easiest way to tell that they're African elephants are those big ears of theirs. The ears are much larger than the ears of Asian elephants, and they're also kind of shaped like the continent of Africa, so it makes it easy to remember. Might have noticed them fanning those big ears back and forth. They do that mostly to keep themselves cool. I think there was one more down here, but I think, oh yeah, they're kind of back there on the left. Kind of moved just out of view. I might see some more elephants hanging out towards the back. But coming up next to us here, we're going to circle around the greater flamingo. These are going to be called the greater flamingo because they are the largest species of the bird. And also the lightest in pink color. And as we look towards this side of the island, there's several flamingos nesting out there. Oh, and we can see at least one of the babies out there right now. So look out for that little gray poof ball hanging out in the middle there, right at the feet of their mama. These flamingos have been nesting for the past couple of weeks, and yeah, starting to get a few babies coming in. So very exciting. And you see when they're born, they're just tiny little gray poof balls. But as they get older, they start to turn pink. That's because of the shrimp they eat. It can take up to about 2 years before they fully change colors though. Ooh, up ahead here I'm seeing a much different kind of bird. So look towards your right hand side as we make this turn. I see one of our ostrich there. Oh, beautiful. Look at that ostrich. They are the largest birds in the world. Very fast as well. They can sprint up to about 40 miles per hour. Actually makes the ostrich the fastest land animal on 2 feet in the world. We're going to be heading into big cat territory. Ooh, I do see one big cat already. Now look to your left in the corner there. Oh, there's a couple back there. Yeah, there's a couple of cheetahs in the corner by one of those trees there. Just kind of laying out. Oh, I do see another cheetah up here moving around. Let's get a little closer to this one. Oh, there's a couple of cheetahs back here. Oh yeah, I'll get a beautiful look at these two. Gorgeous view of those cheetahs walking around back there. They are, of course, the fastest land animals in the world. At full speed, they can sprint up to about 65, 70 miles per hour. They can reach those speeds in just 3 seconds. Looks like we made it up to the Kopi Rock. Not seeing anyone yet, but these are popular spots to find lions hanging around. We're going to circle around the rock, see if we can find any lions up here today.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a peek of our lioness there. Oh, wow. Oh, she just perked up real quick there. Oh, and check out the other two here. Oh, wow. Getting a beautiful look at these lions. Now, lions spend most of their days sleeping, so usually when we pass by, they're just fast asleep. Sleep about 16 hours a day, but around this time of day, they're still usually awake. Oh, we get a beautiful look at them actually moving around here. Wow. Oh, wow, they're beautiful. They are looking a little sleepy now. But yeah, they'll probably head to sleep pretty soon here. And that's because they're nighttime hunters. They usually wake up around the time the sun sets. And I prefer to hunt at night. They actually have really good vision at nighttime. Helps them hunt more successfully. Oh, and way in the back behind those bushes, you might be able to see some warthogs back there. They're hanging out way in the back, so it's a little hard to get a great view. Oh, whoa. There's a hawk flying around in the tree as well. Really cool. Now, let's see if we can find anyone else up here. It's a little quiet over here. To see our Bontomac there on the right, that little brown antelope. His name is Sebastian. Very lucky to have those Bontomac here with us on the reserve today. They were hunted close to extinction about 100 years ago. At one point it was so bad there was only about 17 left of them in the world. They all lived in one farm in Africa, but thanks to that farmer and thanks to different animal conservation programs, they're doing much better nowadays. Now there are close to 3,000 Bontomac. They made quite the remarkable comeback. A huge success story in animal conservation. And now we have made it to the edge of the reserve. We're almost back to the village. Just going to pass by the warden's post up here. And here we'll see some of the Nigerian dwarf goats the warden's been taking care of. You can see a whole bunch of them in the backyard, and then check out this guy hanging out on the roof of the Jeep there. Oh, what a cutie. These goats have a great sense of balance. Most goats do, so they love to climb. See the rest of the family hanging out here in the backyard. Of course, they look pretty small, very cute. They are mostly full-grown adults in there. So they'll stay that size their whole lives. And now it looks like we're almost back into the village. Before we get there though, I wanted to thank y'all so much for joining me out here on the safaris this morning. I had some good luck out there. Got a great view of some awesome animals out there this morning. So I hope y'all had fun. Hope you saw your favorite animal out there today. And if you want to check out some more animals, then I definitely recommend heading on over to the Gorilla Falls Trail right after this. Now that is a self-guided walking tour that you can find right here in Africa. Over there you'll see gorillas, meerkats, colobus monkeys. And I also have this really cool underwater viewing area of our hippo pool as well. So you can get another look at those hippos. And early on our tour today, we kind of just saw them poking out of the water, so you might be able to get a different perspective of underwater viewing area of them. So yeah, definitely recommend checking out that trail. Lots to see over there. Now, we are almost back to our unload area. So now's a good time to look around, make sure that you have all of your belongings with you.